According to the U.S. Surgeon General, domestic violence is the leading cause of injuries to females age 15 to 44. In 2014, South Carolina's Coalition Against Domestic Violence and Sexual Assault provided services to more than 15,000 individuals and answered nearly 21,000 hotline calls. State lawmakers recently passed new legislation to better protect victims. Robert Kittle with a look at this new law and some other changes that could be on the way.
Governor Nikki Haley signed a tougher criminal domestic violence law in June. It bans some abusers from having guns, and it sets penalties based on how bad the abuse was, not just whether it's a first, second, or third offense. Sarah Barber is director of the South Carolina Coalition Against Domestic Violence and Sexual Assault, or SCADVASA. She says it's too soon to tell if the law is helping. She's also on the governor's Domestic Violence Task Force. One recommendation is better education to prevent domestic violence.
You don't try and just introduce concepts of domestic violence to children or students in a 1-hour setting, that you do it over sustained length of time. So you have 8 or 9 sessions that you repeat every year. So this becomes something that that becomes a part of them, that they just know.
The task force has 50 recommendations.
One of the recommendations is for the state to hire more prosecutors, because right now, most of the time in magistrates court, the arresting officer has to go and argue the case and act as prosecutor, going up against a defense attorney.
Longtime victims advocate Laura Hudson is also on the task force.
A combination of the law change and the task force suggestions, I think it'll take us several years to see the outcome of that, but I think the combination is really unique. I don't think we've ever had anything where we tackled the law and we tackled the culture at the same time.
Every year, the state has the silent witness ceremony to remember victims. She says it may take a couple of years, but there should be fewer of these silhouettes. In Columbia, Robert Kittle, News Channel 6.
The final recommendations from the governor's task force for solutions to this problem due by December 31st.